3 months ago, I adopted my hamster Molly, and today I'd like to take you along with me as we go through the adoption process, settling her in, and as we look back on the first 3 months of living together with my hamster Molly. Welcome to Knits and Nibbles. If you're new to this channel, welcome, or if you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is a channel about knitting, but also about taking care of small animals such as hamsters and rabbits. Today I have a bit of a different episode for you where I would like to show you my hamster Molly, how she came to be in my life, and how I've experienced the first 3 months of living with her. I am a volunteer at a local shelter, and that's where I saw Molly, and I pretty quickly decided to adopt her. Molly, I could just tell that she needed a lot. She needed a lot of attention, she needed a lot of space, she needed a lot of mental exercise and challenges, and I was ready to give that to her. So as soon as I saw her, I was like, yeah, she's gonna come home with me. So I would like to take you along with me. I wanted to mention that a lot of this footage is filmed before I got this camera on my phone, as I was working in the shelter, for example, so it is not the same quality as you're maybe used to. I really hope that you bear with me and still appreciate and enjoy this video, even though the quality might not always be that good. Right, so today is very exciting. I have been up since 5 because I couldn't sleep anymore. All because we are on our way to the shelter to pick up a hamster that I'm going to adopt. Her name is Molly. I met her last week on my birthday, actually, so she's a little birthday gift for me. She came into the shelter almost 2 weeks ago. And she's a very curious little thing, very adventurous. We set up the cage, everything is ready for her. So let's drive to Amersfoort. Whee! This is her house. Hey, baby girl. And that's her favorite spot, because that's where all the food is. Yes. Shall I leave you be? Okay, bye-bye now. Good night. Here you can see some footage from when we just got home from the shelter and dropped her into a new enclosure. As you can see, she was mainly just foraging for food and building a food stash. She was super active. I was pretty worried because it was 11 in the morning. I was like, oh, she must be so tired and I think she needs to sleep. But she was obviously exploring and had to do some interior design. She also immediately started burrowing, which is very cute. I remember the first times that she was burrowing, I was so nervous that she would somehow not find her way out again. I was, of course, very careful, so I put all the heavy stuff onto a platform, so there was no way that she could get trapped in her burrows. But still, I saw her in her burrow digging around. I was like, is she going to be able to know what's up and down and left and right? And how is she going to dig herself out again? I definitely Googled that pretty much every single day in the first week that I had her, and it stressed me out that I couldn't see her during the day. Like, I'm used to having rabbits and I can always see what they're up to and whether they're okay. But then with Molly, there were 3 days where I just didn't see her at all because she only came active after we went to bed. So I would put some food in a bowl and check whether it was empty the next morning, stuff like that, to know that she had been up and doing her thing. But yeah, I definitely had to get used to taking care of a hamster that is active at night and likes to sleep under a very thick layer of bedding. From the moment that Molly came into our household, she was very comfortable around people and always very curious. She didn't mind being handled at all. She was often already waiting for me to pick her up out of her cage, or she would respond to my voice when I came into the bedroom, and then she would wake up and come out.
I don't think you should
Do it again.
No. No.
She's trying real hard. Go on.
Molly, just miss it.
At first, I would let her roam freely in my bedroom every night. The bedroom is hamster proof in a sense that there are no cables that she can chew on. There's nothing dangerous for her. However, I quickly found out that Molly is very good at escaping and very naughty, so to say. So she would climb onto everything. She would manage to squeeze herself between the bed and the wall and then just like ninja her way up. She would do the same behind the radiator and the wall. So that was very stressful because she could climb up but not get down safely. It was very early after I adopted her that she had climbed onto the bed, and then I saw her and she got so spooked that she ran off the bed and landed on her back, and I had a full-blown panic attack and called the vet crying on the phone. Molly didn't give a shit, by the way. She was super fine. So I realized that I needed to find a solution to make sure that she could have some exercise outside of her cage or her enclosure without being a danger to herself, basically. And that's when I bought this very easy to set up exercise pen. This is not at all sponsored, but I do love this item. It saved the day because I don't have enough space to leave the exercise pen out all day. Also, the rabbits would jump into it. So every night I will set up the exercise pen, and then at the end of playtime put it back, fold it back again. So I wanted something that is very easy to set up and doesn't take a lot of time, since I'm gonna have to do it every day, and this definitely is that. She has since then learned how to escape again. She's very good at jumping. She does need a little bit of leverage, so she will climb onto something, but she can jump pretty far and then she'll hang on to the edge and do like a whole muscle up. She's incredibly strong for those tiny little arms and legs. So it's still not possible to just let her in there without constantly watching her, but I don't mind watching her. It's really fun. So every night I spent about an hour of quality time with Molly. I try to do that even when I'm very tired, because I'm very conscious of the fact that they have such a short lifespan, and she was already over a year old when I adopted her. And I'm always thinking about that phrase, like they're only a companion for a short amount of time in our lives, but we are their entire lives. Like we're their best friend during their entire lives, and that always makes me feel like it's so important to spend that time with her every day that she's in my life. I have different kind of setups when I set up the exercise pen. I try to switch it up just to keep her entertained. Sometimes I'll put in a little bit more obstacles, but then I'll also have to be very aware of her wanting to jump out and have to be there to catch her. And sometimes I'll just put in more different textures, which I'll show on the video as well. We have some just dirt box, and inside it we have wood shavings, a hay mixed with seeds and whatnot. We have recycled paper bedding and a couple of hideouts, of course. One thing that I think I definitely underestimated is how much stuff you need to properly take care of a hamster, because you don't just need all the little hideouts and things for her enclosure, but then you also want the same amount of stuff for her X-Pen, and then maybe even more, so you can rotate and switch it up so that it's not always the same stuff. So yeah, that is definitely I definitely spent a lot more money than I had budgeted for, and that is fully on me, and not just, I did the research, but it just didn't land, I think. As soon as I knew I wanted to adopt Molly, I ordered an enclosure for her online, and that is the enclosure that she's living in currently. It is a terrarium specifically built for gerbils and hamsters, and it is 120 by 60 and 60 centimeters. So it is definitely big enough, but that being said, I would have loved to have given her an even bigger enclosure, because she's a female Syrian hamster and they're known for their endless curiosity. And she's definitely, she loves going on an adventure and she loves exploring, and I think she would have loved an even bigger enclosure. I tried to fill up her enclosure with lots of enrichment. So we have a foraging box. I gave her different textures to dig around in, and of course an abundance of sprays. I also have a ceramic tunnel, a sand bath. I have a pedometer on my night angel wheel, because why not? And some hideouts. And of course her multi-chamber house, and here you can see the entrance. So that was everything for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to make it a bit of a shorter video where I just introduce you to Molly and show you how she came into my life, because she's incredibly cute. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are, and that you'll stay tuned for the next videos. If you love this, consider maybe giving it a thumbs up or a comment, because that helps my channel a lot. And even subscribe maybe if you want to stay tuned for future videos. But I really appreciate you being here. So wishing you all the best from the Netherlands.